predict Shedeur and Travis going in the draft?
Top 4.
Man, Coach Prime got a great relationship. It's like a father-son relationship, you know.
And they're like, oh, Travis Hunter looks up to Deion Sanders. I better go to Colorado.
Franchise throwing to Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepard, and Jimmy Horn.
It's the combine season, getting ready for the draft season. And a name that keeps popping up is Deion Sanders. I wonder why. Again, like I tell y'all every single time on this channel, I'm a fan of Deion Sanders because I'm a fan of football, and he's a legend in football, and his legendary status is being shown through his recruiting process. Look, he already told y'all where his kids were going to be drafted, so we're going to look at a throwback to see some of his recruiting with the Falcons and, you know, shouting out and predicting where, you know, Travis Hunter and Shedeur would go. And then as well, there's plenty of stories now, or not stories, but videos from LaJohntay Wester, Jimmy Horn, of course, Shedeur Sanders, shouting out Deion Sanders and really giving their praise. And after that, and we listen to those videos, give my takes, and then we're going to look at some updates because Colorado is still doing what it needs to get done, getting some official visits and getting some other recruiting things done, man. I appreciate y'all watching these videos, supporting them. Please leave a like on the video if you like it. Dislike the video if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content, draft content, Deion Sanders content, all different types of updates, man. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. I already said all that. Let's get right into it right here.
Predict Shedeur and Travis going in the draft.
Top 4.
That's pretty beautiful.
Anywhere from 1 through 4. One of them is going to be 1. The latter one would not go behind 4. Now, all this is subjective because I know where I want them to go. So there's certain cities that ain't going to happen. It's gonna
Okay,
be a
you on
big man.
point.
It's going to be it's going to be an Eli.
A little throwback video just to see, 'cause this one was from early on this month, and then this Atlanta video again from October 12th, 2023. So look, he's always been on it. He's been on it. And then talk about someone who's played against Shedeur, not played against Shedeur, but played against Colorado in Kobe Bryant. First off, Kobe Bryant is 170, I think 6 foot, a nasty DB. He's a little on the undersized side, but he's really great at the point of attack and really good at the point of the ball. So he's been turning a lot of heads, and I think he's going to do a lot of good things for himself in the combine. He was cited saying that the NFL DB he idolized most was Deion Sanders. Talked about what a cool experience it was to play against Colorado for that reason. And shout out to Kobe because he was also super respectful when he even went against Colorado. He even talked about how dope it was to kind of go against an idol like that. So I think it was dope that he kind of kept that perspective the whole time. But dude, hey, he's got great things going on, and you have to have great things going on when you're looking up to one of the greatest defensive backs of all time. Like, I don't know why people look at people crazy because, oh my God, y'all are glazing Deion Sanders. I mean, y'all glazed LeBron, right? I mean, what's the difference? So here's Shedeur Sanders. It's a little bit of praise to Deion, but this is more of one of my hypotheses. Let's see what I'm
throwing to Travis Hunter, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepard, and Jimmy Horn.
What about?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So just to, shout out Deion Sanders for bringing in these individuals, creating a brotherhood, right? For people to enjoy. And speaking of Travis Hunter, and we also got LaJohntay next too. Speaking of Travis Hunter, how does he feel? And we've heard Travis Hunter talk about Deion Sanders so many times, and just really singing his praises a lot here. What do you say?
I didn't have no load management at Colorado. Coach Farmer pretty much let me do what I felt was right for my body. I'm the only person I know is right for my body. So I did a lot of treatment, a lot of training. I always woke up early to get to where I needed to be.
You're the biggest star here. Would you have ever imagined this 3 or 4 years ago?
Not 3 or 4 years ago, but once Coach Brown showed me this vision, I kind of started believing it as I went along.
When was that? We talking like right away at Jackson State, or when it came to Colorado?
It was like that at Jackson State. I definitely seen this vision. It's been like that since.
When's the moment his vision came to life that you could match it up? Like, all this stuff he's saying is right. I can tell because of this thing that just happened, it's going to occur.
The first thing he told me was I was going to change the world by flipping, and once I did that, it's been on since then.
What was it about it that made that impression to say, the hell with the big schools, I'm going with you?
It really wasn't nothing he had to say to me. I always looked up to him. I always wanted to be around him. He had a great family. I always loved watching him on TV. So I definitely always wanted to be coached by somebody that was great.
Like, do y'all know what this means to people who love football? Like, I can't do it with y'all. Some of y'all watch my videos, and I get it. Some of y'all watch my videos because it says Deion Sanders on there. I'm very aware of that. Look, I know this big-headed yellow motherfucker. Yeah, I know y'all not clicking just to hear me yap, right? But I made this channel because of my love for football. I made this channel because I literally snuck Deion Sanders highlights on my iPhone or whatever I was shooting at the time. I think I was on Samsung. In middle school, in high school. High school was a little easier sneaking. I was a good student, so I could do it, whatever. You know what I mean? But that's the point. Like, dog, this is somebody who I didn't even get to watch professionally, and I idolized, and I looked at him. Of course, when I had my NFL dreams, like, so when I get on these videos and I tell y'all Deion Sanders is one of the greatest recruiters in college football history, I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of Deion Sanders. I'm saying that because of his impact on the game, dog. Like, do you get that? Like, do y'all not like, oh, he hasn't recruited anybody? Well, give it a year and he will have recruited a few NFL players. What is it? 3 first-rounders, potentially, 2 first-rounders, whatever. Like, his a Heisman Trophy winner. He's coached the quarterback with the highest completion percentage in the history of FBS. Yeah, dog. Like, these are amazing things. Now, nobody wants to call them amazing because Deion Sanders told y'all amazing things are going to happen. Like, I mean, it is what it is. And amazing things are happening. I'm just here making videos telling you about the amazingness. It was hard when they were 4-9 or whatever. Even in that first year before they came out, everybody was talking crazy. Even the TCU, there were so many doubters, and there remain doubters. But at this point, he has shown a level of success on football. Now he's shown a level of success on the people that he's touching. Pause. The knowledge that he instills in other people. Travis Hunter saying these things. What I'm about to get to, LaJohntay, y'all know with Jimmy Horn. Let's get into it before I really get yapping. Hold up, I'm about to start yapping. Hold up.
Very dominated FAU. What brought you to CU, even though it's kind of a crowded wide receiver room?
For this moment, for this level, it's not no guaranteed I'm gonna be drafted high or being able to be asked to come in an organization and impact the game early. I wanted to show the scouts and the league that I could be a role guy. I could come in and be a role guy and still be productive and still be that guy. Like I told my dad after the season, like, I just found out, like, you don't have to be that guy to be that guy. And clearly, I was that guy. Even though Travis was the man to the world, I was the guy who did a lot of dirty work when Travis was out, or if Travis wasn't able to be able to play. So it was a good feeling to just come in. I was confident from the jump. I knew what I signed up for. I knew what we had. Knew we had Will coming, Jimmy there, Travis, of course. Knew Travis and Shedeur connection, but I mean, I'm confident in my game, and I knew what I bring to the table.
Hey, and I gotta stop again because shout out to LaJohntay Western, not only displaying, the bigger point of this video, which is, kind of the belief in Deion Sanders and the recruiter that he is, being able to convince somebody who's dominant at FAU, and then also on top of that, like he said. LaJohntay is getting a lot of looks in, Jimmy Horn because Jimmy Horn was hurt, because Travis Hunter was out some games, because Miller, I forgot which Miller, Amarion Miller. So there's so many you got Draylon, you got Amarion, because Amarion Miller was out, right? So he got those different times to shine. He got his time to shine in the return game, right? And I really think that from a lot of people could argue that, obviously Travis Hunter, but besides Travis Hunter, a lot of people could argue that LaJohntay Western is the most impactful wide receiver. If you're looking at the Colorado games and like you said, the dirty work that he did in the times that he showed up, the Hail Mary, like that would have been crazy. So great works from LaJohntay. And then of course y'all know Jimmy Horn's gonna have some good stuff. And after we go to Jimmy Horn, I'll let the few more of these play. Oh, and then we also have Marshall Faulk. I completely forgot about that. He's gonna talk about some recruiting stuff too. So let's hear what old Jimmy got here.
I want to give him a shout out right there. Give him right there a shout out with the camera, man. He helped me out a lot. A couple moments like this, for real, with all the cameras and stuff. Like, I was kind of a little camera shy when I first got there, but now, like, it's kind of second nature. A shout out to my boy Bucket, man.
In the year, don't trip by one. That's something I live by, and I'm pretty sure Shedeur think like that too. it's real important. You know, it's a lot of ups and downs that come with the game. You know, people love you, people hate you, and it's just how you feel about yourself. You know, can't nobody tell you about yourself more than you know yourself. Shedeur was a great teammate in the huddle. You know, if you ain't know something, he'll help you out. If you need help with something off field, he'll help you out. And like watching film and stuff like that, he could break film down with you and everything. Man, Coach Prime got a great relationship. It's like a father-son relationship, you know. And over these years, I met Coach Prime in high school, you know. That's really my big decision to go to Colorado. You know, they was recruiting me back in high school. And I kind of had a connection with them back then because I was about to go to Jackson State, but I went to USF. And just Coach Prime, he always been the man of his word to me. And I love the man to death. It's real special. Overly blessed. Shout out to Jalen Wester, man. Yeah.
So that was, again, Jimmy Horn there, kind of speaking on a few things, not just Shedeur and not just Deion, but a few different things as well. It's just great to hear from these guys. And I think the overarching point here is that these are individuals whose impact on Deion Sanders and who's been impacted by Deion Sanders so much that even when they get to the combine, not only are they going to be asking about it, but they're going to be spreading that. And what do you think that does to recruits, right? What do you think that does to people whose ideas go and whose ideas are wanting to go to the NFL, right? Like, how does that change when the real truth, the reality is they can see that Deion Sanders is someone who not just sends people to the NFL, not just sends people to the combine, but has people at the combine singing his praises. It's a whole nother level, you know? But then popping in, here is some more just shout outs to Shedeur, you know, just some knowledge things, not Shedeur, to Deion. And after that, we're going to hop right into the main man, Marshall Faulk.
Who is on your Mount Rushmore of NFL players? Coach Faulk. You got three more? Coach Faulk, Coach Faulk, Coach Faulk.
I mean, that's just absurd glaze, but I think we do know why he believes that. When you get a Heisman trophy, I think there's a lot of good reason to be on that side there. So here's a Shedeur Sanders on the staff. His dad was able to build at Colorado. Again, that next step of letting people know. And this is advertisement, baby. Like, I know y'all might just see that, they're just asking questions about, you know, Deion and about Colorado. This is admissions, baby. This is more 5 stars. You feel me? Like this is what that is. And these are the small interviews when people who look up to Travis Hunter and are like, oh, Travis Hunter looks up to Deion Sanders, I better go to Colorado. You know what I'm saying? So like these those things. I look up to Shedeur and look what Shedeur got to say.
I'm truly thankful. You know, my dad was able to assemble a staff. He was able to assemble. Because there's knowledge everywhere. We're able to talk to running back coaches, receiver coaches, defensive coordinators, all these different types of coaches to give you their perspective on what you need to improve on and grow at. So I'm realistic. You know, I know what I need to improve on. I know what I need to grow at. And year by year, cut on the tape, those mistakes cut down yearly. So
I mean, there you go. Like I said, and you know, he's talked about having to play with, you know, so many offensive coordinators and yada yada yada. But again, at the end of the day, you know, to his point, you know, with a few gold jackets, and one of the gold jackets we're going to hear from here in Marshall Faulk for a second. I don't think we're going to spend too much time. I think it's just 4 minutes or so. So we'll pop in, pop out, and we're going to hear what Deion Sanders does recruiting. Again, like, do you think somebody who is good enough to recruit, quote unquote, coaches with gold jackets? And again, Marshall Faulk hasn't coached. Warren Sapp doesn't have coaching experience, right? But it has to mean something about people who are pretty good at football. Travis Hunter, pretty good at football. Kobe Bryant, pretty good at football. Marshall Faulk might be pretty good at football. Warren Sapp, I think he was pretty good at football. These guys that are good at football look up to Deion Sanders as the guy. I don't know if y'all been watching football long, but I think that means something. You know what I mean? Like, this is a real deal spiel. So let's hear what and why Marshall Faulk decided that, you know, Colorado was a place to be to join this Hall of Fame level coaches.
What made you decide to go coaching, Marshall? I'm so excited about this.
Deion has influence. You know, we
we've been having several conversations over at his time at, from when he was at Jackson State to his move to Colorado. And at the time, my kids were, a little younger, and now they don't need me anymore. They're grown, and my youngest is driving, and I'm like, man, I've been relieved of my Uber duties. So it's, you find things to do, you find ways to be impactful. And, the things he was saying to me, it made more sense than the things I had to say. And I was like, man, this is a great opportunity. We as in Deion, myself, Warren, and a lot of guys that play that coach right now. So much, the game has given us so much, and coaches, they've poured into us so much. We got to give that back to these young kids coming.
And that's what it's really about, right? And I think to that point, and kind of doubling down on the point that I was kind of elaborating on, the reason why, what I'm saying, I'm might be passionate about it. I make these videos, I do these things and stuff like that, is because like these are men crafting. You're crafting and building and molding people to become young men, right? And to hopefully go out into the world and have great impacts through these different leadership, teamwork qualities that you build. And if you don't think Deion Sanders, right, somebody who, and I'm no saint, I'm no, what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But if you are somebody who's God-fearing, if you are somebody who believes in the old school way of football, if you are someone who believes in just simple, hard-nosed aspects about football, the things that a lot of people who've played football got coached on, got yelled in your ear about, I don't know another person besides a Deion Sanders. Obviously, there's other people, but there's not many other names besides a Deion Sanders who not just exemplifies it, not just lives it out, right? Not only his belief system, his impactfulness, the way that he tries to, impact and how you say, I try to say in fire, but not in fire, but you know what I'm saying? You ignite people, that's still not the right word, and really get people going in a way and really put people in certain positions and provide people opportunities, right? When you're around that is a lot of recruiting. And that is recruiting is. If you're someone who cares about where you want to be in the next 4 years, 3 years, in your decisions are between a Colorado or a Colorado State, knowing that, and this is no offense to Colorado State, but just we're making deals right now. We're making bargains, and what Deion Sanders is selling you is a level of experience, a level of influence, a level of knowledge that there's not a lot of people on this earth that can even touch. And that's why people are so intrigued. That's why people are so, enthralled with what he has going on, why it's going on, why the views are what the views are, why you click this video because it had Deion Sanders on. Like it's a lot of deeper layers to it. And I'm just happy that the recognition can be shown even through the players as they're getting ready for the largest stage of them all. So last part here. We're just gonna look at these, and Colorado has a lot of big visits from some 5 stars, some 4 stars, Chris Henry's, Joseph Pico, which we're gonna have a separate video about the coaching updates. I'm trying to let them get everything because it seems like they're still picking up some stuff. Running back coach, obviously you got Pico, who's gonna be doing the what's it called, the main defensive line coach as well. So you got the little Pico, his son, I believe, getting an offer from Colorado. You got James J.J. Johnson, who's a 4-star. Who's got some official visits lined up too. Lots of official visits. I think that's the biggest thing is that, look, and this goes back to the whole recruiting point. Recruiting is not always just about getting people signed, right? Because even these people who are committed right now, it don't really mean nothing. Like we've seen people, and we've made videos about people signing, getting on campus, and transferring in the same exact, within the next 2 weeks. So all of this doesn't really matter. But just to have Colorado just being in these graphics, it's important, right? It adds to the promotion, right? It adds to, hey, more 5 stars, more 6 stars there. They at least want to check out what's going on in Colorado. And I think it's just another big testament of what Colorado's done, not Colorado, but what Deion Sanders has done, his impact on the game, and how lasting it's going to be. So, that was just a little snippet there. A lot more combine content coming, of course, regular college football content. Bro, the transfer portal is already happening and people are already jumping in. I got videos going, but there's just been so much combine stuff. So I have some stuff recorded. Sorry, there's a raccoon in the ceiling. I have some stuff recorded that I'm going to release later, some fun stuff, some other stuff, some transfer portal stuff. So be on the lookout for that. It's just a lot of combine stuff coming in, man. I just really appreciate y'all watching. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you want to check out and hang out with us. Is there any type of content you want to see? Anything you want to watch me cover? Any football story you want to see me peer at and look at, man? We're here to talk about football. It's the off season. I'm open for anything, man. But you'd be great. You'd be amazing. Hope you have a great day. See you next time. Peace.